Comes up
Drew
fast.
Carney. This is Corey Rose, and we do have a lot to cover this morning.
Yes, so Courtney Yoon is live with the latest on the deadly Greeley grass fire that happened over the weekend. Meteorologist Jaden Knowles is live at Waterworld, a great place to cool down with these near record temps. And our new morning reporter Mackenzie Stafford is covering back to school. We're going to learn a little bit more about her coming up in the next half hour.
How about those other two right there on your screen? How about Brianna Fernandez back with us this morning after a few days off last week? She'll have your traffic update in just a moment. Katie, of course, on weather this morning. And Katie, we're talking about yet another hot day today.
Good morning. Yes, it's very nice out right now. Temperatures are in the low 70s, but the heat returns coming off a very hot weekend. Upper 90s in the forecast later on today. Very comfortable conditions though right now. Just about 6 a.m. It's already 70 degrees in Boulder, low 70s in downtown as well. You'll find some high 40s near Breckenridge to Kremling and mainly 50s in the mountains. So overall, probably don't need that extra layer early on. We do have thunderstorms and showers, very isolated in nature in the forecast. Not a lot of widespread wet weather. 97 is the high. This morning, it's a touch hazy, partly cloudy skies, less wildfire smoke than what we saw over the weekend statewide, but still an ozone action day alert, which means reduced air quality, unhealthy for sensitive groups. So please keep that in mind if you fall in that category. Upper 90s, Greeley, welcome back to school, will be in the high 90s in Denver and across the eastern plains, where we do have the risk, a marginal one, of seeing a few strong to severe warm storms in the late afternoon and early evening. The biggest threat would be high gusty winds around 50 to even 60 miles per hour. Increasing cloud coverage, not a lot of wet weather, but best storm chances between about 3 and 7 o'clock. Similar weather pattern for Tuesday, near record highs, but around a shift in our weather pattern. We'll be watching cooler air and much wetter weather, it looks like, as more monsoon moisture streams in through the end of the week. Details on that coming up. But how are things on the roads right now?
Yeah, right now, very quiet. We're starting to see that morning rush hour traffic start to pick up. But right now, if you're taking 225 from Iliff, Mississippi, heading down south to I-25, no issues to report this morning and no crashes. So 225, you are in the clear. We're starting to see more headlights heading northbound along 225. So if you're heading up to I-70, let's get to your drive times. No issues to report when it comes to crashes or overnight construction happening across the metro. We have a lot of green, which is what we love to see, especially on a Monday morning. 6th Avenue heading towards I-25 in the Lakewood area. So from Kipling, Wadsworth, Sheridan, Federal into I-25, only a 7-minute drive. And a quick heads up for anyone who uses Santa Fe, Denver Water is replacing a 136-year-old water main between 7th and 12th Avenue. Crews are starting at West 7th and will move north in 1 to 2 block increments. Crews will then close northbound Santa Fe during those work hours, so please keep that in mind. That's happening from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you are headed north, take 6th Avenue to Spear Boulevard and then 13th Avenue to get back to Santa Fe Boulevard. The water main project is expected to wrap up in early 2027.
All right, thanks, Brianna. To our news headlines this hour, investigators still piecing together what happened after a woman was found dead following a fast-moving grass fire near Greeley on Saturday. A man was also badly injured. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joining us live here. So, Courtney, witnesses described sparks flying and flames spreading quickly during what was called a microburst over the weekend.
Yes, that's right, Drew. There were really powerful winds and power lines snapped. Witnesses who saw it happen say they saw sparks flying, hit the ground, and then flames starting to spread. And drivers in the area during that time as well say there was so much smoke they couldn't see anything. So take a look at this video here. First responders were sent to the scene just before 1:40 p.m. on Saturday near the Highway 34 and Highway 85 interchange. Witnesses called 911 as soon as they saw the flames begin to grow. Police say there were delays in the initial fire attack because of downed live power lines. There was a homeless encampment in the field that caught fire, according to investigators. A 45-year-old woman was found dead and a 48-year-old man was airlifted with critical injuries. Robert Evans was there when it happened and began redirecting traffic away from the downed power lines. His kids described seeing a desperate attempt to save someone from the flames.
You're talking, 15 acres over there, and it caught fast. My kids described a man that was almost completely naked. He had some khaki-looking shorts on. He was trying to drag a body through the fire.
Greeley Police and Greeley Fire are still investigating what caused the fire. They're asking anyone with information to contact them. Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, thank you, Courtney. This is new this morning. Commerce City Police looking for a 16-year-old you see right there on your screen. His name is Phoenix Gregg. He was last seen leaving his home in Commerce City right around 8 o'clock last night. Police tell us he has a cognitive delay. He acts much younger than his age. If you see Phoenix, you're asked to call Commerce City Police or simply dial 911.
Right now, police say they are still looking for a driver involved in a hit and run that injured a man in a wheelchair. It happened in Aurora near the intersection of Colfax and Alton Friday night. Police say the victim is a man in his 60s. He went to the hospital. We don't know any more about his injuries. Police found the gold Cadillac Escalade believed to have been used in the crash abandoned nearby. Police are asking anyone in the area of 16th and Xenia who might have seen something to reach out to Denver Metro Crime Stoppers.
The city of Denver is asking questions about a $400,000 taxpayer-backed loan given to a business that never opened up. The Denver Downtown Development Authority gave Denver Immersive Repertory Theater, known as DIRT, the loan last year to help open a theater at 15th and Blake, but DIRT never opened and the owners have since been evicted. City officials say DIRT took the full $400,000 in one lump sum, including more than $52,000 set aside for rent. The city asked the owners to provide documentation showing where that money went.
The DDA is, by its very nature, a risk-taking entity. If deals could be funded through the private sector, they wouldn't come to the DDA. And it's very disappointing that we are where we are today.
The Downtown Authority says it plans to change its lending process at this point, reimbursing businesses for expenses instead of handing over the full loan up front.
A Denver nonprofit is keeping a close eye on proposed changes to the Head Start program. It's a federal program that provides free preschool to low-income families. Warren Village is a local nonprofit that supports low-income single-parent families. Right now, it's hard to know exactly how the proposed changes could affect the families it serves. The proposal would cut the amount Head Start programs can spend on administrative costs from 15% down to 5%. The federal government says the changes could preserve or expand Head Start slots and save billions of dollars. Warren Village leaders say they're taking a wait-and-see approach.
The Head Start program has been very good for Warren Village. So any year we have 16 to 20 kiddos who are qualified for Head Start. That brings in $50,000 to $62,000 a year. It comes with special ed support, it comes from nutritional support, it comes with coaching, all very positive things. So on the surface, we like what we see and we like what we're getting. We would like more of that.
Before any changes can take effect, they're going to go through a 60-day public comment period. It's a chance for stakeholders and advocacy groups to do a deeper dive on proposed changes and then provide feedback.
Aurora City Council is set to vote today on blocking the development of new data centers. Councilmember Amy Weil says she's going to bring forward a proposed 6-month moratorium on data center applications. She believes that would give the city enough time to create regulations. The two biggest concerns she wants to address, she says, are keeping these centers from being built too close to homes and limiting their water use. The pause would apply to future data center developments, not ones that are currently in development.
Also today, Denver City Council will consider approving 3 Denver airport contracts that total more than $248 million. One is a 10-year agreement for the North Terminal Expansion Project. Another is a contract for operations and maintenance of DIA's individual carrier system. And the third is for the airport's train and transit system to help move passengers more efficiently through the airport.
Several laws are set to take effect this week, including the new social media warrant law. Starting Wednesday, social media platforms will have 72 hours to respond to search warrants. They'll also have to provide a staffed hotline so that police can follow up on pending warrants. Supporters say the faster response could help police investigate crimes involving social media, including drug trafficking crimes and violent crimes.
If you see a thread on social media that someone says, "I'm going to kill so-and-so tomorrow," you're allowed to pick up the phone and call the police. Why don't we require that same humanity from social media companies?
The law is a smaller version of a bill that Governor Polis vetoed last year. He signed this version of the bill into law this spring.
Meanwhile, another law that takes effect will require minors to get parental consent before getting a motorcycle permit. The bill was introduced after an 18-year-old nearly died in a motorcycle crash. A police report revealed he was riding about 72 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone when he hit an RV. He later faced reckless driving charges. The bill passed unanimously in the Colorado legislature.
This coming weekend, Longmont residents can get up to $200 towards new electric lawn equipment. The city is offering a $100 voucher for trading in gas-powered handheld equipment like leaf blowers or string trimmers. The vouchers can be used at Ace Hardware in Longmont, and residents may also qualify for a 30% state tax credit. The lawn equipment swap is August 15th from 8 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon at Ace Hardware over on Main Street. Registration, by the way, is required.
Nearly 30 years after Tupac Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas, the only man ever charged in his killing is heading to trial. Jury selection is set to begin today for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. Prosecutors accuse him of providing the gun used in the murder. Davis was arrested in 2023. Much of the prosecution's case comes from Davis himself, who has described his role in the case in interviews, documentaries, and a memoir. Davis's defense attorneys say those claims were made for fame and money.
More than 100 wildfires are burning right now across British Columbia, and more than 20,000 people have been forced to leave their homes. The province declared a state of emergency yesterday. Thousands of people there had to be rescued by air.
The Powerball jackpot has climbed to an estimated $905 million after no one won Saturday night's grand prize. No one has won the Powerball jackpot in more than 3 months. The next drawing is tonight.